Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to my first ever podcast. I am super excited about this. My name is Dana Mauro, and the name of my podcast is Did You Know? And the subject of my podcast is ataxia. My husband John was diagnosed with ataxia 10 years ago, and we have been navigating the ataxia space ever since. Ataxia is a rare neurological condition that affects someone's balance and coordination. It also affects their ability to see clearly, swallow, talk, and walk. It only affects about 150,000 people, and so it's quite rare. And there isn't a lot, there aren't a lot of people that know much about ataxia. And a few years back, I went on a mission to change that. I wanted to create awareness about ataxia, and it really stemmed from the fact that my family and friends didn't know any more about ataxia than they had 10 years earlier when John was first diagnosed. And I thought, why is that? And it dawned on me that ataxia is really complicated to explain, and it's a medical thing. So once you start getting into the medical terminology, people just glaze over, and they really just can't comprehend what you're saying. So I set out on a mission to change all of that. I wanted to uncomplicate the explanation of ataxia. And so I created a video series called Did You Know? And the goal of the series was to, do one fact a day about ataxia over a set period of time. And each video was between 30 and 60 seconds long. And my hope was that at the end of that set period of time, just one person would remember just one thing about ataxia, and then it was mission accomplished. And what happened was so much bigger than that and beyond any expectation that I had, and I'm really humbled by what actually happened. So we publicized the videos on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, and people with ataxia watched the videos, shared the videos with their family and friends as a way to communicate with their family about what ataxia was. So it was just a very great experience, and I thought to myself, I want to expand that. I want to create these podcasts, and hopefully people will watch them, and people will find them helpful, and people will share them, and we can get the word out about ataxia and what it is. Along with the awareness and the knowledge about ataxia, I'd also like to share personal stories with you about the 10 years, our personal struggles as a family and things that we've learned and ways that we kind of keep the humor in it all, because you really have to keep the humor in a situation like this. And I'd like to also share some stories from my children's vantage point. They were 11 and 13 when John was diagnosed, and so they've never known their father as anything other than someone with ataxia. So I'd like to share those as well. But I'm super excited to get going on this. I really hope that you continue to listen in. And most importantly, I hope you learn something about ataxia and you walk away with a greater understanding of what ataxia is, and you share that with others. So thanks, and I will see you in the next podcast.
Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher.